One short changed my life as a YouTube content creator. I'm going to tell you all about it and how I did it. I'll also tell you about my walk of shame. Yeah, that also happened. Come on. Hi guys, it's Anna here. This video is going to be a little bit different from what I usually do. It's not me making art, but it's about my YouTube journey. So if you want to do a channel, at least you won't struggle as much as I did if you understand what I've been through and what I've learned. So it all started like 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago. Wait, let me explain. It's been a struggle. It still is a struggle. But that's why you're watching this video, so you don't have to waste 10 years of your life. It's a good thing, right? Okay. So I started this channel in 18 October 2015. And I started it because I've always been into art and I was never really supported by anyone, like anyone actually. In my family, I'm the only one. I'm like the black sheep. I like metal and I have tattoos and I like art and I dress in black. Yeah, I'm the only one, and no one around me, neighbors, family, friends, no one actually likes what I like. Anyway, I truly wanted to be an artist from the beginning of my time. In reality, I needed to be an artist to deal with my demons and my depression, my anxiety. I would cope with those chronic diseases by using humor, sarcasm, and art. That's how I got to deal with my demons. But I guess I had to find a 9-to-5 job like everyone else around me. I found a job. I never really let art go because, as I said before, that's how I cope with life, and that's what keeps me going. That humor and sarcasm, that's what keeps me going. Nowadays my daughter too. Yeah. Yeah, you have to keep it going. So when I got my job and got out of my parents' house, I got a 3-bedroom apartment, and I managed to make like a little studio in one of the bedrooms. Very cool light, very good space. It was just my space for creation, and the first videos in this channel are in that space actually. Then I bought a camera. I invested 300 euros in a wonderful Nikon or Canon. I'm sorry, I don't remember. And I did start filming, making art. It's because I want to share my artwork and process and with other people. So I did. But at that time, I didn't know much about YouTube and YouTube algorithm. So I just did a video and posted it, and then look at the numbers and waited to see if it was going somewhere. It was miserable. I don't believe I even used hashtags back then. So the thumbnails were just a print screen from a screenshot from the video. So yeah, I guess it was expected. The considering what I know now, it's expected that I didn't go anywhere with those kinds of videos, although I still like those videos, and they're cute. And just start. If you want to start, just start. Don't be waiting for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, the perfect camera, no, just start and then get better. That's what I think, because one of the most important things on YouTube is to be consistent, and that's what I wasn't. Well, I did that for years with no results whatsoever, and monetization was far away, because my main goal actually was to do videos and have a fantastic YouTuber career, making art, and leave my 9-to-5 job because I wanted to be a full-time artist and content creator on YouTube. It still is a goal. Don't know if it's that achievable, but I think at least gain some extra income to help me pay the house, so I live more freely, I guess. I don't know. One day, I was going nowhere, and YouTube suggested me Think Media. Think Media is a YouTube channel, and I started looking and watching and learning, and then I got to find vidIQ. I love vidIQ, and I started learning about YouTube algorithm, YouTube. I mean, it's not as random as it seems. Like you just grab a camera, make a video, and post it. There's these little things that you should be aware of, like I learned to use hashtags. I learned to make better titles, thumbnails, like clickable thumbnails, not clickbait. Clickbait, it sucks, but clickable, like you want to click, you're interested, you're curious about it, so you click it. I started to learn about the duration of the videos, the ending of the videos, so much information, and they just give that information to you for free on their channels. So you don't have, I think they have some programs, but you don't have to buy it. And I'm not affiliated with them in any sort of way. They don't even know I exist. So, yeah, I saw those two channels and just tried to improve, and it did. Like, I started doing that like 2 or 3 years ago, and I really started to see a little momentum coming up, and I started to see more people interacting with my videos, liking, subscribing, etc. But it was so slow, and sometimes there was like plateaus, and I was like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? I had a plateau, a huge plateau, like 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks without a new subscriber. And I was just like 5 weeks ago, and I was like, damn, what happened? Because then my Instagram started to grow, and I was like, what? I'm working on YouTube. Instagram is just like a sidekick. And I was like, why am I growing on Instagram and not growing on YouTube? When I started to look into these two channels to learn how to deal with YouTube, there were no shorts yet. To be monetized on YouTube, you had to have 1,000 subscribers, at least 1,000 subscribers, and 4,000 hours of watch time. That was it. And my channel was starting to grow a little bit, but I still had like 400 subscribers or something, and the watch hours were like 300 hours. Then the shorts hit YouTube, and I thought, well, this is so much better to be able to produce content, because then I had a little baby that was super attached to me, and COVID hit, and I had no time in my hands. I had work and work and work. So, and I have posted some long content in that era, and I am super proud of that, because I was absolutely tired all the time. And I started making shorts, and I used shorts to advertise the other content I had, the long content. So because shorts had more views than the long content, the long videos, so I wanted like to use shorts as an advertisement for my long content, so, and bring subscribers to my channel. That's how I used shorts at the time. And by posting a short, at least you're being consistent at posting something on YouTube that doesn't take you like a week to make, you know? It was taking me a week. Doesn't mean it takes a week for everybody, okay? Well, actually, I was monetized before. Yes, because I'm so old that in the beginning, when I started, everybody was monetized. Everybody since day one would get something. The thing is, if you didn't make $100 per month, you wouldn't receive shit, and it would go to $0 again. So next month, it starts again. And if you don't make $100 by the end of the month, it goes to $0 again. So I was monetized. I didn't receive any money from YouTube because I never got to 100. Not at all. Not close. Not even close. But that was so motivating to see the money there. It was, yeah. So to be monetized on YouTube, the requirements are 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 hours of watch time of long content, or in the previous 365 days, which is a year, or 10 million short views in 90 days. Okay, so in the beginning, I think it was 2024. It's pretty recent for me. It's pretty recent. They added like a new level where you could have 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours of long content in the last year, or 3 million short views in the past 90 days. So these requirements seemed like, wow, that's more tangible than the previous one. But of course, it's not to get monetized. It is to be able to have a link on your store, like have some stuff that you want to sell linked right below the video, and to have some other stuff like supers and fan club. You can do special things for people that subscribe to your channel. I think these supers are for lives. I don't even know what supers are. I don't know the contents of it. And then I thought I could do something different and with shorts, and I started to bring some humor and sarcasm to it and combine it with artists' lifestyle and struggles, because I know them and it's relatable to others. And yeah, I noticed some people started to subscribe, comment, and like more, and that bring me more of my people, and that was great. That was a good choice because people started to connect with me more, and I was like spreading good vibes, like people were having fun. From what I've learned, you need to offer some knowledge or emotion for people to connect with you, and that's true in every interaction you have with with another human being. So and so they act on that feeling. You make them feel something, and they act on it, and they tend to like and subscribe and talk to you because they are feeling something, or they gain something, some knowledge you gave them. So that's the important thing in the video. Like, you need to offer something to your audience. And when I was just showing my little sketches, I mean, it could actually inspire someone to do it. But, oh, I did this, good for you. Usually that's the attitude, So I thought I needed to change something in my videos. And what I did, I added some humor and sarcasm into the artist lifestyle, but that meant my artwork was kind of out, because I was using like funny stuff and remixing it and giving it my twist. Yeah, but I kept posting funny short, and I thought, okay, it's a short, it's not going to count a lot because it's just seconds, but if a lot of people, more people watch that content, like in a long format, maybe 10 people, 20 people were watching my videos. Few of them went like to the thousands, and the shorts were like 200, 300, and that seems like more visibility, more opportunities to interact and to bring people and connect. So I kept posting shorts. And since it was sort of easy, it's much easier than long content. I did it more consistently, and I really saw the benefits of being consistent. Yeah, that really brought more people in, and we were more connected. But still, I only had like 450 followers, so it wasn't that much, but it was growing. So I had some shorts with good amount of views comparing to what I was used to. 100, 200 views, and then it became 500 consistently, like 500 something, and then it started to be like around 1,000 or 1,000 and something, and then this like 2-3 weeks, a month, I don't know, there was a momentum going, and lately it was between 10,000 and 20,000 each short, something like that. And sometimes some of them would go like 10,000, and then some would go to like 1,000 or 2,000, and then go back to 12,000. But more times than not, the 10,000s were coming in, but the requirements to monetize were still in the same spot. Like, I was having so much more views that like a short is just a few amount of time, but if you do it 10,000 times, it becomes 2 or 3 hours. So I wasn't seeing that on the graphics for the requirements. It's just this little dot that, I mean, you know, just this. I'll show you. Do you see this little dot on this line? So I was like, why isn't that bar moving? And I know the data needs to be verified before it gets updated, but it was so long that it wasn't the case anymore. So I went to my YTUBE pals and I searched to know if the views from shorts count for watch time requirement, and they do not. And that is such a ripoff. Jesus, it's a video, it's in your channel, is being watched, but no, just long format content. That's what watch time hours come from. It doesn't come from your shorts. Be aware of that, because I just learned this like 3 weeks ago, and I was almost demoved from my main goal, because these really dragged me down. Because I was kind of going to the shorts, I was starting to have momentum in the shorts, and then it doesn't count. And why am I making shorts then? Because I will never have 10 million in 3 months. Really? So I was absolutely disappointed. I felt like I could never get there. I thought about giving up even. I really did. It was like 3 to 4 weeks ago. I really thought like, what am I doing again? This is just... But I always keep going because I need art in my life, and I'm gonna do art anyway. So there's also something that makes me wanna keep going, which is like, so my daughter can see me when I'm older or when I'm gone, you know, like kind of a legacy, like leaving her some videos where she could watch me even before she was born. And I think that's so cool. And she loves to paint. I wonder why. And so she might even want to learn some techniques in a few years, maybe even if she's mad at me as a teenager, and she can still search and see my advices without telling me. I don't know. But so I just carried on. And just when I thought I was going to do it just for the sake of doing it and for the people that follow me, because I have a few followers, like my nephew. Hi, Pedro. Just when I thought I was just gonna do that for the sake of doing it, I got a viral short. But I mean viral. When I say viral, viral. It's over 5 million views, and it's just crazy to me. I was stuck 3 weeks in 540 subscribers, and now I'm over 1,000. I got that other requirement for monetization, and I got 4.4 million views, meaning I fill that requirement to get my store and some supers and whatnot. So for that first level, I am done. I completed that, and I got the 1,000 subscribers for the monetization goal, and I was just going to give up. You know, it's, oh god, it's still, well, the short is still going. It's been like 6 or 7 days and it's still going, but it's slowing down. It's really slowing down. It started like so, then it went doo, and then now it's doing this. So yeah, it's slowing down. I don't think it's gonna reach 10,000, but at least I got the 1,000 subscribers. That's insane. I've been dreaming that for 9 years and a half, you know. So now all I need is watch hours from long content. So I'll be posting, okay, I'll still post the shorts, and I'll be posting like long content video. But all this to say that I felt like that image that if I find it, I'll put it in here in the video, that some people is kind of digging to find something, and when they're just about to find it, they give up because there were nothing in the way until they get there, and they're digging for so long. Well, I guess I just kept digging just a little bit more, and it happened. And I need you to know that it was pretty random, because that short is funny, but I've done a lot of funny shorts before. I don't see a lot of difference between them, so that just did it. And so in shorts, I don't even do thumbnails. I just do the hashtags, you know. So, you know, it's not, it just was funny for people, and it went off like that. But not without shame. Because why? Because I couldn't make it right. I made a grammar error. I didn't spell lose right. I wrote L-O-O-S-E instead of L-O-S-E, which means something else completely different. And I know that's not my mother tongue, but I know exactly the difference between lose and lose. And I did it anyway, because my brain is like this. And when I figured it out, it was already uploaded. I had made the remix, I had uploaded it and made the title and the hashtags and the description and identified the public and whatnot. And I was like, oh, this is going to be like, I had 24,000, this is going to be like 1,000 or whatever. And I didn't correct it. And I have I think I have 5.1 million views by now. Right now I have 5.1 million views, and 20% of those comments are people correcting my grammar, and sometimes not in a nice way. And I was like, I am such a dork. Oh, but I know the difference. That's what bothers me the most. I knew how to write it, and I did it. And I think I did it because lose, I wanted the sound, and lose sounds like lose, like wood, food, blood, you know, goods. And I was looking for the who sound, and that meant 2 O's. And I didn't even think what lose meant, and that there was 2 words, lose and lose, that sound exactly the same. I mean, 2 completely different things. And that's been my last 7 days or whatever. People telling me I'm a fucking idiot. And I am. And I am. Jesus Christ. And I tried one guy even said, I'm not gonna, I think it's funny, the short, but since you can't even spell lose, I'm not gonna like your video. And I said, fair, but god damn it. It's not my mother tongue. Oh my god. The shame I feel should be enough, but it's not. They tell me that every time. It's very sad. Anyway, I made a really stupid mistake, and I really did that. And I am sorry for the ones who read it and thought that, or the ones that thought it was right and might confuse some kids out there. I don't know, sorry. One thing's for sure, I don't think I'll ever mistake those 2 words again. As long as I don't get dementia or Alzheimer's disease, I think I'm good. I think I learned that forever. I think I've learned it for like 5 or 7 lifetimes. So, if you're a small content creator and things are being rough, just make sure to post regularly, at least once a week. Use hashtags. Make sure you have clickable thumbnails, not clickbait. Clickbait sucks. It's clickable, makes you want to click. It makes you curious about what's going on. So you want to see more. You want to see the answer. You want to see what someone did. That's what's clickable. And carry on doing your thing. It might be closer than you think. It was for me. I really was about to give up. Well, not totally, or just give up for like 2 or 3 weeks until it gets out of my head. And it happened. I cannot believe that it's still going, but it's been 7 days. Let me see. 7 days and 19 hours. Still going. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that it would take so long to make those types of numbers. I would think that in 2-3 days it would just spread like, I don't know, maybe there are other virals. I don't know, other types of viral. I don't know. But anyway, I just want to make sure you see the videos from people that study YouTube, like the Think Media and vidIQ. The information they give you, it's enough for you to make the requirements, I think. Mainly if your theme is more interesting than mine, you know, that's another thing. But as I said above, this was a pure strike of luck for me. I believe it was just luck. It went off and people start sharing and it went viral. So it can happen to you too. Absolutely. I sometimes hear people say that in videos and I never truly believe. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because it really is possible that you get like a viral funny thing or emotional thing or something that is really important to know, or people want to know the answer, and that will bring people to your channel. It doesn't matter. Probably all these people that were subscribed, they don't give a about art. They want to know. They want to have more funny content, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'll keep doing the funny content on one side, on the short side, and on the other side, on the content, the long content, I'll keep posting videos for about art, because if you come to think about it, my first subscribers, they might like funny things, but they subscribed because of the heart and not because of funny stuff. So I might be letting them down too. So yeah. Anyway, I wish you all good luck. I really hope you don't have to struggle as much as I did, and that some tips of this video can help you go through it faster than I did. Remember, starting is always the worst part, and you don't have to be perfect to start. There's no such thing as being perfect. So just start. That is my start. Be consistent and check some tips out on the internet, on those channels that are free. I will be linking the video that went viral just for you to, if you want to check out. I will link it below and in the end of the video. It's really short, and so you can see my grammar and tell me it's not well. My grammar is dying. If you got some value out of this video or out of this story, please consider subscribing to my channel and leave me a like or a comment, or hit that notification bell so you know when I post. I really appreciate you watching. If you're still watching this video by now, thank you so much. You truly are helping me to reach my goal of monetization. I hope this helps you too to understand some things and make your ride much smoother than mine. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just leave it in the description. Not in the description, leave them in the comments, and I'll promise I will try to answer them all. That's what I've been doing on this 5.1 million. It's been interesting. I had like 806 comments. 20% of that was calling me a fucking dumb. That's how you keep your feet on the ground. So thank you so much for watching. You are awesome for reaching this part of the video. This is